came in swinging. I went to Bring Me the Horizon concert, and honestly, standing there and watching Oliver Sykes perform felt so surreal because I still remember when he was just an emo boy everyone had crush on. And then literally the next day I had tickets to Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. I was already excited, but then Tom Felton walked out and I completely lost it. The production was on another level. The magic looked almost so real, I genuinely forgot I was sitting in theater. This almost turns into tradition, but this month I also got a new shoes that I've been eyeing for a few months. I got a pair of suede tabi shoes. I fell for Instagram marketing again. But they are incredibly soft and pretty and super comfortable. The only thing, I had them only for a month and I wore them maybe like 6 times. It's either me or it's New York. I don't know. They're a little bit dirty now, but I like them. I don't go to the city very often for the past few months, I guess. It started being too crowded, but I had that want to go list of places that I've been meaning to visit, and May was finally the month I started checking them out. I'm primarily a coffee person, but I'm obsessed with everything fig, specifically perfumes. So when I saw matcha fig drink on the menu, I had to try it. Unfortunately for me, it turned out really tasty and I finished my drink literally in a few sips, and I will have to go back when it's warm again. This place had been impossible to get to because they closed at 4 p.m. and I kept missing the window. This is a new coffee shop with a car theme, and I recently developed a soft spot for cars. I finally made it on a rainy weekend because lately it's only raining on weekends in New York. The line, however, was 35-40 minutes long with only 6 people ahead of me, and I got the table and waited another 20 minutes for my drink. It was really busy. That day they were watching F1 race, so they stayed open a little longer. Overall, place is very spacious and I really like the aesthetic atmosphere in there, but I don't think I will go again. This month I finally finished this book. I picked up the series a few months ago. It's a Chinese BL fantasy novel, blending mythology, action, and slow burn romance. It's about a crown prince that has been cast from heaven again and again, and 800 years later he finally ascends for the third time as a little more than a scrap collector. He wanders the mortal realm to repay his divine debts, but while carrying out the heaven's bidding, he crosses paths with a mysterious demon king who seems to know him. I picked this one purely because of the cover art. I think it's very cute, and then I checked the ratings and was genuinely surprised by how high every book was rated in this series. I think there are total 8 books, so I finished the third one and I already have the fourth one. I'm still curious. Usually I get sick of the characters in the universe by the fifth book, but I still keep going with this one, so we'll see. I got lucky to see recommendations for this trilogy on TikTok, and honestly, I love it. It's about a Darrow, a lowborn red who has infiltrated the ruling gold class and is now fully embedded as a lancer for the House of Augustus, all while secretly working to bring down the oppressive society from within, navigating dangerous interplanetary politics and warfare. It's about power, loyalty, and the cost of revolution with twists that hit harder than the first book. So if I can recommend you something this month, it will be this book. I love it so much, and I'm already 100 pages in. I also wanted to show you my current book haul. I won't go too deep on each one, but let me give you a quick version of why they're on my shelf. Some came from TikTok rabbit holes. Some are personal obsessions. I don't really remember why I picked this one, but I'm excited to find out why. This one is pretty self-explanatory why I grabbed it. I haven't read Manacled, but I decided to start with this one. I started this in winter, but had to pause because it's so dark and heavy, and I'm the type of a person who carries a book mood for days, so I needed the sunshine before I can go back to it. This one is one of my recent picks. I chose it because I really liked this author's first book called Poisoner, and I wanted to see if the magic carried over. I know she also has the third one called The Fruit of Flesh, if I'm not wrong. This is not a trilogy or anything, those are three separate books, but I'm really excited to read this one. I asked my mom to bring two books from Ukraine. I got really into Stoicism. I went to Barnes and Noble to check out Marcus Aurelius' Meditations, but since English isn't my first language, I found the reading tough to get through. So that's why I'm gonna read them in my native language to better understand and to use it in my daily life. 2 years ago, I picked the Cruel Prince book because of TikTok. I didn't love the writing style at first, but once I got into the world, I was completely hooked. The scheming and the plotting in the series is genuinely impressive. So I've been feeling nostalgic. I picked the fourth book to see what happens next. This one I picked almost 3 years ago, and I haven't heard, I don't know what is it about. I picked it up purely because of the title. It's been sitting on my shelf forever untouched. Maybe this year I finally read it. Here's another example why I picked book, because I liked the cover, and then I found out that this one is about Lucifer and got even more excited, but the writing style hasn't clicked yet, so I'm waiting for the right mood to start it. And finally, this last book feels almost too personally relevant. The longer I work for corporate, the more I realize that it's not about working hard. It's not about the designs I create. It's about politics and alliances and maneuvering. I feel like sometimes I navigate a court of nobles rather than the office, so apparently this book is exactly about that. I wrapped up the month with a walk through Manhattan, and let me tell you, the World Cup is around the corner, and the lines are everywhere, and people are everywhere. I'm suffocating. Somehow it's June, and it's still chilly, which honestly feels like a personal betrayal at this point. This winter was so brutal. It was so much snow, so much cold. I barely made it through, and I've been thinking a lot lately why I'm still here. There's something almost philosophical about how we romanticize the suffering and tell ourselves that the struggle builds character. I don't do cold, I don't do snow, and I've been seriously fantasizing about packing up and moving to Florida just to feel warm. And the more I sit with that feeling, the more I think that maybe the life you actually want isn't on the other side of enduring something. Maybe it's just the decision. Like, what are we so loyal to? The subway? The bagels? At what point does staying somewhere just because a habit you've never questioned? I don't have the answer yet, but I'm asking those questions a lot lately. Anyways, thank you for listening to this rant and watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one with more places and shoes to show.